Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's approaching 3 o'clock here in the UK on Tuesday, the 29th of December. And as always, that's the American market running on Vector Vest. It's been running now for about half an hour. So market opened up strongly, but it's given back a great deal of that. Gapped up, 20 points over yesterday's close. So the decline slightly above that of the advances. The short-term trend is up, underlying trend is up, and the longest measure of the trend on Vector Vest is up. But the color guard advocating caution at the minute. So as always, over the last month, the various Vector Vest metrics, the breadth of the market, the buy-sell ratio, and the market timing indicator in mega overbought readings, so a time to be careful. So I have got, I think, the S&P 500, and that I think you can see it opened and now it's closed that little gap. So this is quite an important area now, about 37.39. Very strong gap open over the weekend, and clearly a very important level that I tried to point out on many occasions. This level which held and moving up very strongly indeed. So this 35 level, quite important. We'll see if that holds. That breakout gap yesterday, I think, quite strong, and I remain quite positive for a strong move in this market. Nevertheless, I will be trading the market and not my bloody forecast. So I've got out of pretty much everything that I had just before Christmas. And on that note, I hope you had a great one. So if we have a look at viewers, and I got out of everything. The only one that I kept was Ingersoll Rand. I don't know why, but I kept it, and the rest of them I sold, especially Roku, and a few of them was a really great few weeks. Roku and Digital Turbine, a great couple of weeks in market. So I bought a few Apples, I bought a few Amazon, and I'm still holding Ingersoll Rand. So I think I've got those charts up here somewhere. There we go. That's Apple, folks, and I bought into Apple yesterday and it's given back a great deal of it. And as you can see, there's a this is triangle. It broke out, came back and kissed the triangle, and I got a little bit of this move, but yesterday it came back and kissed that level, and then that was the gap up, and I bought it as it broke out of that multiple inside day at about 134, I think it is. So it was nicely up. It's now pulled back. The stop loss is here at 130. So relatively small position. And I've got a position also in Amazon, which I'm hoping is still looking a bit better, and that's Amazon. Again, you can see that triangle has characterized this market, and it broke on the fourth attempt. 1, 2, 3, broke on the fourth attempt, came back and kissed, and I brought into it yesterday on that push up as it broke up somewhere around here, 32.30 or something. So it's a little bit in the money. Probably needs to come back and kiss. Stop losses right down underneath this low. So that's all I've done. Two very small positions indeed, and still holding on to that Ingersoll Rand position, which has done absolutely nothing. That's probably vanity. I will add to those positions. I don't plan to do a great deal more onto the new year. Okay. In the UK, well, with the Brexit indecision out of the way, and the deal that you probably all know more about than I do, we've having a great day today. The FTSE up 2%, and I really haven't done a great deal in that market. If I go to viewers, and I'm reasonably happy. JD Sports, I think, is well up today. Team 17 is going well. Bellway's above £30 today, and I think pretty much everything has moved up. Polymetal has moved up above £17, so they're all going in the right direction today. Lion Trust was in fact a worry stock of a couple of days ago, if you remember, because it pulled right back to the support level, and I in fact it clipped its stop loss for 1 day, but I didn't do anything because it didn't trade down below that level for any length of time, and it's moved up quite strongly. So that's what I was hoping was going to happen in Avon, and clearly Avon, in fact, based on that news announcement, fell through the support level in a great deal of style. It does seem to be forming some form of base at the moment, and it's off its lows at about £32. I'm not going to do anything with it until the new year, but certainly I'll be re-looking at Avon very carefully, and I know that some of our VectorVest customers have already bought into that position, so well done on that. So I think everything looking well, and Sylvania Platinum well above 80 pence again today. CCC has had a strong day, and that was a share that I felt was going to break out of this textbook flag pattern. So there's an old high here. With any luck today, it's through that old high, and that would take it quite a long way up the page. As you can see, strong trend. Beautiful flag pattern, 1 2 3 4 5 waves in the flag, came back to kiss this top, and within this flag pattern earnings per share is rising, and that invariably means that the darn thing is going to break, and break in the right way. So reasonably happy with that, and we could easily have a situation with the Brexit indecision out of the way, and especially a move in commodities that I'm very positive about, where the London market is revalued, and revalued considerably. So that's something really to look forward to in 2021. Let's have a look at gold for a second, and the gold market, that's bullion, and the gold market uncharacteristically stuck in a range in a period where the seasonality for a move up in the gold price is really good. It's camped inside this doji, and I think, folks, that I'm still happy with that advice that I gave last week. If you've bought stocks, I have two. I've got Polymetal and I've got Pan-African Resources. If you've got stocks that they look good and they've had a good day today. If you haven't got stocks, then gold stocks, then just wait until you see a break above the high of that doji. That would be up above about 1906, 1907. If you see it breaking that level, then the target that we've been talking about for a very long time, in fact, of 2200 should be well on its way, and those companies that I spoke about, folks, should make a heap of money in that environment. I think that this high of yesterday and the high of the doji probably being defined by that trend line that I haven't drawn that well. So something like this, always difficult to know where to put the trend lines, because you could easily find that there was not a great deal of volume traded right at the high of that day. So I suspect that these two highs are in fact a function of short-term jobbers taking profits at that trend line. So through this trend line, then this three-way pullback should be well on its way to make its target, and the target would simply be this Fibonacci extension, which roughly would go from here down to there, and that would mean that we have a target, folks, of 2250. If that in fact occurs, then the gold mines that I'm holding, and pretty much any gold mine, will be making a heap of cash. So just keep your powder dry if you're not already in the market until you see a break of that little trend line, a close above that trend line, and I assure you that people will pile in, and pile in with vigor. The copper market is still flying, and there is a shortage of copper in the trading dealing floors of the world, and the copper price moving up very strongly indeed. That bodes very well for commodities which are cheap. The commodity market has come an awful long way, so it could be nearing an overbought situation, so we just have to be careful with any open profits that you've got in those. I think that the long-term trend in commodities is magnificent, but we could easily have a pullback on our hands that the long-term players will have to grit their teeth and sit through. Shorter-term traders can do their best to get out and then back in again at better levels. That's a lot easier said than done in the commodity market. So gold, if you're not in, just sit and watch for a break here. So if you go back, as we always do in these, to the American market, and we can see nothing much has changed. The Dow is up 47 points, and if we go back to that chart of the S&P, S&P still coming back to yesterday's high. That's quite common, and I think that around these levels, 37, 35 to 40, the market will make a decision up. The bulls will be buying around these levels, or at least getting ready to buy around these levels at the moment. So I'm reasonably positive, and let's hope for a first good week in January. So if you don't hear from me again, folks, have a very happy and prosperous, and most importantly healthy 2021. I'll try and do another one of these on Thursday before the new year break. So gung ho in the UK. Let's hope we get that revaluation. Our UK portfolio can easily catch up with the great gains that we've had in the US. Thanks very much indeed.